Hey guys, Spencer with Z1 coming to you from the lab today. We're taking a look at our newest expansion on VHR superchargers, and that is the announcement of our Sport Kit. Great thing about these kits are extremely well tested. Everything on the Sport Kit that makes up its core, the intercooler bracketry, the auto tensioner that set it up, cooling for the system, basically the complete options you have, whether going tuner or complete, is the same as what's on our R kit, which is just very, very nice. I've installed a number of forced induction applications through the years, and I will say this is one of the easiest ways to get 500 plus horsepower that I've ever done. Just in case you were thinking about, like, am I up for taking this on or not? Check out full install guide, and even better, full install video online. You can check that. Maybe they can put the link somewhere down there. Here, if you're watching us on the YouTube, exceptional coverage. I would say, like, every nut and bolt. You want to know the details of what goes into doing one of these. Can you do it? Yes, you can. You can. And if not, we're here for you too. So we'll be happy to do an install. Let's get into the difference on these kits and maybe help you understand which may be the right fit for you. The C38R kits that we have feature a 112 millimeter compressor wheel. It's cast, and their head unit has a 1:6 drive ratio. So what these kits have that are different between the Sport head unit, which is C3892, is the drive ratio is different. So you've got a 1:7 drive ratio out of here, so we're getting a higher output of speed for every input we're putting on it. But with that, we've got this improved billet compressor wheel and a reduction in inertia as you tip in on the supercharger, which is something we can't really show you in a dynograph, but is something that's quite real when you drive these vehicles in the dynamic. You know, if you're driving something maybe not just outright drag, you're on road course, you're in your favorite canyon, and you're doing a lot of maybe maintenance or tip in or flow of the throttle where you're picking it back up, that's where this really kind of shines in between. It does come to users at a lower cost on the kit, and we're trying to target making that kind of easy for you. In addition to that, these kits, which are really still a pleasure to drive, and I have a ton of laps on this one and street driving, and I've got quite a few hours on the Sport Kit as well. Both of these will make, on the low end, still very easy to eclipse the 500 wheel horsepower with sporting mods. And that's a car that really gets down. If you're not familiar, if you've been living the NA life and you're in that 330, 340, bolted and tuned, that is great, and Z's are awesome there, but I don't think I can ever go back. I'm just ruined. So the nice thing on Sport Kit is a bit more affordable. Got options for you without having to go to full return systems. You can do this with drop-ins and injectors and a pump and a tune. The C38R kit features a 10 rib drive pulley on the back, and the Sport Kit only has an 8 rib, so it's a little shorter here. And the clearance around the edge of the body on the wheel well where the fender liner hooks up is a little better on this kit. So we see engine placements can vary in each cab structure, and sometimes we need a little bend or a little trim for clearance on these. Not seeing as much that the case here. Inlet's still the same, 3.5 inch, hooks up to all our still massive air filter to just help sustain this great performance. I think if you're building a street car, track car even, or something like for that blended, you're hitting the mountains and doing all that, you can save a chunk, keep that feeling of lightness when you're not just in the outright max pull, and save a buck at the same time. It's a really great option to consider. If you happen to go into a Sport Kit and years down the road you want to upgrade to an R kit, you've got that as an option as well. Of course, you would have to change this drive, some parts on the back of that to get it going, so that's the most expensive part of the upgrade, but we'll have that available should you ever want to grow into that if you make the change on one versus the other. So exceptional kits, great way to upgrade your 370Z or G37. And if you guys have questions on this, our team is here to support you. They're happy to help advise or maybe give you some feedback. What kind of things are going to match up for your use case, whether that's a street and show, something for track, outright, attack vehicle, or maybe something blended in between. They're happy to help in case you need other support parts to complement that build and get it there. So feel free to reach out. They are, much like you and I, they are afflicted with the enthusiasm, and they have a lot of experience on different packages with what works and what doesn't. So you guys need anything like that, looking for other parts to take your Z or G to the next level, feel free to check out the site. And otherwise, until the next one, have a great one, guys.